We always recommend that our founders reverse vest their shares. And reverse vesting is a term that basically refers to the issuance of shares on day one with the ability of the company to repurchase those shares for nominal value at a later date. There are good tax reasons for issuing shares on day one, but from the founder's standpoint, it's really important to think about this as an investment in the company over a period of time. You may all be pulling at the oars together right now, but if you give half of your shares to your partner and that partner decides they're going to go do something else or has to go do something else as a result of life's exigencies, then you don't want that former partner continuing to hold 50% of the company. So what we typically recommend is that people put in place a provision that says, we have been contributing to the company up to this point, obviously in the building of the startup. So some of our shares will be deemed to be fully vested. In other words, those shares are permanently owned by that person. But the balance of the shares, and it can be a number that you determine yourself, will be vested over time. That time can be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending on how long you think the business plan that you are pursuing is going to take to achieve and the relative contributions of the partners under that plan. But the basic concept is that the shares would vest over time. So if you get 1 million shares on day one and you have a 4-year vest, then after the first year, 25% of those shares would be fully vested, but the other 75% could be repurchased for a penny, let's say. After 2 years, 50%, after 3 years, 75% are vested, and only 25% remain for repurchase. And after 4 years, those shares are fully vested, and that founder has been deemed to contribute enough to the future of the company by that point that they're accorded full vesting for their shares. And I recognize that sometimes people feel a little concerned about this because they think that, well, perhaps we shouldn't be, tying ourselves down to something like this. You'll probably be asked to put in reverse vesting by investors if they come in anyways. And this way you can determine what the terms are. Anyways, it can solve a lot of problems in future if you have reverse vesting in place now.